Still not feeling all that well. It's part of the reason I actually deleted my Hardcore DLW channel. And I really was not planning on making any more videos, and there will not be very many political videos at all made this year. But I did sort of feel that this one here was kind of necessary, and that's the only reason why I'm doing it. It's not to have fun or anything, it's just something I felt necessary. Okay. Since the first day Obama went into office until now, we've had people complaining about him. Now, I do not believe that he's doing that great of a job either, but my argument is much different from the conservative views that have plagued the media. Now, I realize a few people will argue with me that the media is praising Obama as the second coming, but I do not believe that these people actually know how stupid they sound. The media is everything we do on the internet, television, radio, print, all this stuff. So I do not know how a person can blame the media for being completely in the tank for Obama, considering Bill O'Reilly, Rush Limbaugh, Lou Dobbs, and Coulter, Sean Hannity, and so on, are all actually part of the media. It makes me wonder if these people have forgotten about their college education, or if they were hired just to repeat everything the Republican Party asks them to. To make this argument legitimate, use the terms liberal media instead of media. And remember, there are several different types of media, including the conservative media. Enough said on that issue. Next on my list is the constant ridicule that Obama was not born in this country. I bet if Arnold Schwarzenegger ran for president and won the election, few Republicans would complain about where he was born, even though we know he was born in Germany. Even stranger is the fact that someone faked a birth certificate that Obama was born in Kenya and then was called on a lie. I imagine by now, if Obama was not born in Hawaii, proof would have already surfaced. After all, if President Bush could not hide the fact that Dick Cheney was creating problems for him during his presidency, then how can the government hide Obama's birth certificate? So, in my opinion, these birthers are almost as bad as the 9/11 truthers. The government is not that good at covering up stuff. The argument about government-run healthcare may or may not be a sham. This one I really don't know about. I do know that there are millions of people already on Medicaid and Medicare, which is government-run. And to be honest, they receive better health care than most people. So, until someone can provide proof that government-run health care is bad for everybody, I think that I will continue to believe that these protesters are just corporate pawns being sent out by insurance and drug companies to create confusion and hostility against anyone who believes government-run health care is a bad thing. Now on to something that really made no sense to me. And that was whenever Obama chose sides on the Gates-Crowley controversy. Now, if I was a conservative, I would have took this story and ran it down Obama's throat. I mean, although Obama apologized for his misstatement and had a beer summit with the two men, it still did not make it for the fact that Obama so quickly chose the side of a black man over a police officer before he heard the entire story. It was during this time that Olbermann could have shined and proved his critics wrong by blasting Obama for his actions. But this didn't happen either. Instead, Olbermann found ways to claim that the police officer was corrupt. And to me, because of Olbermann doing this here, he should have nominated his own self for the world's worst person in the world. In fact, he didn't apologize about it afterwards, after it was all said and done and they kind of proved that Gates was arrested legally. Olbermann never did apologize for it. But then I guess after watching Bill O'Reilly all these years and Bill O'Reilly making all these mistakes, never apologizing for them, Olbermann thought he'd get away with the same thing, so what the hell. I mean, after all, I'm not part of the conservative or liberal media. But in case you haven't figured it all out yet, let me give you a few pointers. Fox News has proven itself to be conservative media. MSNBC has proven itself to be liberal media. And Lou Dobbs has proven that he needed to use Jerry Springer tactics to get viewers. Now, if you do not know what I mean by this, check out on the internet the war between Lou Dobbs and Keith Olbermann. Should be interesting. Anyways, the point being is that all the media, all of it, is just media filled with different viewpoints. That's all it is. And strangely enough, you can always tell who are the Fox News watchers, who are the Keith Olbermann watchers, and who are the Lou Dobbs watchers just from the way they talk. But, you know, the way the media is going, I guess in the future we'll soon see fat naked chicks, Ku Klux Klan midgets, trailer trash cheaters, and other drunken rude people on their shows soon. Because I no longer see true politics being discussed in any form of the media. Instead, I see these so-called news programs as being just a repeat of the Jerry Springer show. Especially since Rachel Maddow show already kind of reminds me of the lesbian specials that Jerry Springer and Mara used to put on. Anyways, in closing, here's some things for you guys to really think about, okay? Where do we turn to when the media is either for one side or the other and no one is telling the truth? I mean, how are you going to know if whenever NBC is telling the truth? How are you going to know when Fox News is telling the truth? They're going to stick to whatever the conservative says or whatever the liberal says. On the internet, it's the same thing. You're either with one side or they're with the other. No in between. Also, do most of you realize this is how countries sort of go down the road to being communist? You know, whenever the media gets in this kind of direction where nobody knows what the truth is. It's what happens over in Iran and all these other countries that we're all the time scared of. And do you realize that this trend in the media that we've got going on actually started while Richard Nixon was in office? I mean, this was his way of fighting off the people who were protesting the Vietnam War and things. Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? You know, just kind of goes to show you that no matter what you hear or what you think you know, the truth is you are just responding to what you're exposed to, and that nothing that you hear is really real. So, in short, I guess what this video is trying to tell you is the New World Order is already here, and it has been here for the last 30 to 40 years. How you react to that, well, that's up to you. At least it gives you something to think about.